You know what's the problem with Samsung launching a Note 20 Ultra? The price if you want to get all those specs. Because yes, it looks like we still might be getting an Ultra variant of the Galaxy Note 20 after all, and the spec sheet screams, but the problem is what will happen to the others. Some new patents show us how Apple's upcoming AR glasses could work, and Motorola might be looking to add another phone to their Moto Edge family. I'm Jaime Rivera, it's Friday, and if you're looking for a technical way to get drunk with me describing how a patent works, you've come to the wrong place. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with deals, and they're actually going to start with a product that, it's not that I don't recommend it. Now with the recent updates, I do. And when you look at the price tag, it's just irresistible. Yep, I'm talking about Chromebooks, particularly that Google Pixel Slate on Amazon, which is currently $344 off, leaving the 8 gigs of RAM, 64 gigabyte of storage variant for $454 shipped. Though I do recommend you go up a notch to the Core i5. Best Buy has Samsung's 15.6-inch Chromebook for $50 off, leaving the 4 gigabyte of RAM and 128 gigs of storage variant for $330, and the Amazon Echo Show 5 is also $30 off, leaving it at $60 shipped. Finally, the Garmin Vivoactive 3 smartwatch has a small $21 discount, but it leaves it at $219 shipped, and I do recommend it. And trust me, that's just some of all the deals that we have in the links in the description. Now, obviously, the idea of having a Microsoft Surface Duo is nice from the point of having a product that can collapse but is not necessarily a foldable. I think that should be a really good form factor, but there are a ton of concerns starting with specifications and the way Microsoft is going to do Android. But new developments seem to make this going in a positive direction. Like if you remember, the first one was that there were reports claiming that the Microsoft Surface Duo was coming sometime during July. Now we have a new report from Windows latest saying that Microsoft is already working on Android 11 for this device. However, we still are expecting it to launch with Android 10 out of the box with Microsoft's launcher on top. But according to the report, it should get this version of Android 11 fairly quickly, possibly in a couple of months after the release. The specifications still remain the same, but we'll see exactly what we get next month. I don't think it's going to happen next month, but I'm hoping I'm wrong. Now let's move the spotlight over to Motorola and their Edge family. Well, what can I say? I like the Edge Plus. It's a nice phone. It's a very Me Too product considering everything that's out there, but apparently that's not the only one that's coming. We just learned through an FCC certification that Moto is adding a new device to the family. The certification shows a new Moto Edge Lite, and now we have a list of specifications from a different source. It'll bring a 6.7-inch 1080p display at 90 Hz, and despite bringing the Edge name, it'll not bring a waterfall display. It brings an on-display fingerprint scanner and dual punch hole in the selfie cameras. It'll be powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G and brings between 4 or 6 8 gigs of RAM, 64 or 128 gigs of storage. On the camera department, it'll bring a camera array including a 48 megapixel main sensor, and the other ones will consist of 16 megapixels, 8 megapixels, and 5 megapixels. Now, the price tag is light enough at €399, and because it's euros, we're wondering exactly what markets are going to get this product. And yes, Samsung's Galaxy Unpacked is, we could say, a couple of weeks away. We don't have anything official just yet, just a rumored possibility, and yet we do expect new Notes, a new Fold, but apparently there will also be a new Z Flip, and it's going to be a lot better than we expected. According to a new Sam Mobile report, the Z Flip 5G just went through Geekbench, and it has a significant spec bump. According to the listing, it'll be powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 instead of the 855 Plus, and the report also mentions that the phone will most likely be more expensive than the original variant because it now brings 5G capabilities. Thing is, I do understand the whole idea that because it's a foldable as well, it could be more expensive, but we kind of had a promise that was never signed anywhere that pretty much said that foldables, the more people adopt them, the less expensive they'll be, and we're waiting on that. At least make it the same price, man. And how about if we also talk about Apple's AR glasses that have been rumored for a bit. Everybody's been talking about them. Not exactly sure that I'm going crazy for them, but the new patent application that just got filed sort of explains what they're for, But don't ask me to explain how it works because it's crazy complicated. According to the patent, they're described as a head-mounted display, and they work by using one or more gaze tracking sensors, one or more image sensors, and a processing apparatus. Now here's the thing, the original script was to describe all the technical jargon of what this means, but I do value not getting you drunk before you've had your first drink. In a nutshell, the technology would use video to complete your AR experience by laying AR content over your real-world environment, sort of like the way the IKEA application works. Rumors have it that this headset might launch until 2022, and they'll be considered an iPhone accessory as you're getting the information from your iPhone. Guys, trust me, the idea looks pretty cool, but you don't want to read that patent application. It was not made for regular humans like you and me. And finally, the hottest news today have to do with the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 that you actually might want to buy. Yesterday we covered in a leak how the Galaxy Note 20, meaning the small variant, will be stripped down. It'll bring the flat display, but not necessarily all the features that we were expecting from a Vanguard flagship. And today we kind of learn why. We have a new tweet from Ice Universe where he mentions a Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. Again, not sure if that's the final name, but you get the picture. It still isn't fully clear if the Ultra will be a completely separate variant or if he's talking about the Note 20 Plus, but let's assume that it is a separate variant. On the tweet, he mentions this as an evolution version of the Note 10 Plus. It'll bring a Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus, like finally a newer processor for a Note, a Quad HD Plus 120Hz display with LTPO technology for better power efficiency. The tweet also mentions some new camera functions, new S Pen with new features. He also showed some images on the tweet, but later on he clarified that the images are actually of the Note 10 Plus. Now, some time ago we heard a rumor of the Note 20 Ultra coming after Unpacked and bringing this Snapdragon 865 Plus, so that could be the case. And the reason why that makes sense is because if you've remembered the timeline of the Plus variant of any Snapdragon processor, it won't happen in August. At least I doubt it. But let us know in today's question, do you think that it's a smart move for Samsung to not bring us a Note 20 Plus that's the most powerful phone? I mean, I'm not saying there's a problem with bringing an Ultra. That's fine. But I feel that Samsung has needed to differentiate their Note lineup for years, and they really haven't. It's literally a Galaxy S with an S Pen when it comes to specifications, and I feel that Samsung should change that. I don't feel that you should pay $1,300 for a more powerful, ideal Note. I don't think it's going to sell well, but that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. I'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Also follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me not want to read certain patent applications. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.